It's been a few weeks now since the entire state moved into phase 2 of the governor's reopening plan, and I'll say it's been nice to get businesses back going a little bit, but we still don't know what the next phase is going to look like, what we have to do to get there, or how long before it comes. Governor Inslee has said that he doesn't want to set the parameters for phase 3 prematurely, and he wants to have more information at hand before we move forward. But instead of waiting, Republicans in Olympia decided that they were going to present a plan of their own. They called it Open Safe, Open Now. It would move us into phase 3, which would be a return to K-12 classroom learning under their plan, and it would allow most businesses to reopen at 50%. And then 3 weeks later, should there not be a big spike in cases, we would enter phase 4, a 100% reopening. But the governor's office rejected the plan pretty quickly. The spokesperson for Inslee told KHQ this plan would undoubtedly lead to a rebound in COVID activity. More people would suffer as a result. It is not a serious proposal. To which I would respond, then show us a proposal that is serious. Now, don't get me wrong, the governor is under no obligation to acquiesce to the desires of the minority party. But rejecting an idea is bad when you don't yet have an idea that's better. It's not really helping anyone. It reminded me of when Howard Schultz was floating a run for president, and we challenged him to present solutions to the problems he was railing against.
If you run a 5-month campaign of just pointing out things that are wrong, people might be tired of it by the time you actually make a decision.
Well, I'm not sure I agree with that. First of all, we're 18 months away.
Yeah.
18 months, that's a long time. For you to say that to me when the Democratic group of people running for president have embraced something called the Green New Deal as a solution.
What I hear is, if I'm not putting out solutions, it's still better than solutions that aren't realistic. You're saying, let's wait and see what your solutions are.
And look, it's quite possible the Republican plan to reopen isn't a good one, and that it would lead to the resurgence of the virus. But it's impossible to say whether the governor's would be better until we see it. Labeling a proposal as non-serious when you've given us no proposal to compare it to doesn't exactly instill confidence. And as for Republicans, what I would have liked to see in their proposal were acknowledgments of where they do agree with the governor and fewer criticisms, frankly, of his approach so far. That's not helpful, and it doesn't exactly endear the governor to your cause. Both sides need to keep in mind that getting the state reopened isn't about what party gets us there. It's about getting us there. People who are struggling couldn't care less who can rack up the most political points along the way. We have around 150 politicians in Olympia. And if we want Washington to be open for business, then every single one of them needs to be open to ideas.